And we're back. Rogers County Youth Services has served the community since 1976. Kim Montgomery is here to talk about a new campus that's currently under construction. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me. We're excited to be here.
Good to have you here. You guys do so much. Let's start at the beginning so folks at home get a clearer understanding of who you are and what it is you do.
I'm glad to share that. So, like you said, we started in 1976, and the agency, it was actually born out of a change in state policy. There was some litigation that happened at that moment in our history. Youths who were either in trouble or runaway, a number of different things, were housed actually in the county jail with adults. And we would all now say,
really?
Not okay. So the county was in an emergency situation and had to house these kids and provide services for them. And one of my favorite parts about the startup is the community spirit that came together. There were a number of different groups like the Cotillion Club that did a money tree, chili cook-offs and the like. And actually, Rogers University, not Rogers State University, but what the school was back then, Rogers College, actually provided a house for the agency. Cherokee Nation provided funding for the house parents that would cover the kids. So we started out as a shelter for kids who were struggling. They were either runaway, abused, or running into trouble. But today, the demographics look very different and our circumstances look different. We're no longer a shelter. In fact, that was dissolved back in 2016 because the funding that we were outpouring was just for a couple of kids that could be served better and elsewhere in the state. And then we could put all of our funding towards the services that you see today, which are counseling. We offer free counseling, prevention services, both coaching and school services, which we can talk about in more depth in a minute if you'd like, and then diversion services.
Well, let me just interrupt you for a moment. There is so much wrong with the political infrastructure of this country right now. People are desperately clinging to a concept of the Founding Fathers that they gave us a document that, while idealistically it's a beautiful read, they also left room for expansion. A lot of folks are having trouble understanding that. And a lot of other folks tend to take matters into their own hands with a gun. And we're all going through shock at some of the reaction. I am of the opinion that we're watching the growth of a nation. There's a better place coming, or we're headed toward it. Yeah. But it's going to take some work. I'm also of the opinion that you don't just deal with troubled youth. You have youngsters come through, they're doing fine, but you help them understand what's going on around them.
Absolutely. We have kids from all walks of life that receive services, whether it be counseling. Maybe there's a young person who's struggling with anxiety. Every child's been impacted these days by a cell phone or a device in their face that's caused different issues that they've had. But we want to make sure we provide services for kids from all walks of life and whatever struggles it is that they are facing, struggles that we're equipped to service. But we do serve kids who have gotten into trouble and need some support and guidance and services that will help them get on and stay on a track that will lead them toward a healthy life in the future.
Well, you don't limit it to that either, because you're also in classrooms.
Yep, we are in classrooms.
Which tells me that you're helping youngsters who really are doing just fine, thank you very much, know that there's a good life ahead and to stay the course.
Absolutely. We're actually in 7 school districts in Rogers County, a total of 21 classrooms across the county right now.
That's wonderful.
And we provide services, whatever services the school district or the school principal says, these are the needs and this curriculum that you can offer. We go in and we meet that need. One of those is called DBT skills, dialectical behavior therapy skills. And it's really unique that it was based off of a counseling practice, but it was created for an educational piece. So the teachers can go in and basically put skills in the hands of kids that may struggle with the way they interact with one another. This one case is really easy for many of us to understand. Today, somebody might say, I can't talk to you because you have an opinion that I don't agree with. That's one of the skills that's taught within the DBT skills. There's a number of others. If a child's struggling with anxiety or fear, they're given some skills to do to learn how to manage that. They may still face that challenge, but they're given skills and tools that they can manage that and still live healthy and happy and productive in the classroom, in their home, in their relationship with their friends.
Begs the question, have you been active long enough to be able to look back and see progress you've made?
Absolutely. In fact, all of the curriculum that we use is evidence-based. That's one of the things that we're focusing on. We were brand new into one of the local schools last year. We started out in 2 classrooms, and this year they came back and they said, hey, we're seeing some major differences. Can you please come and offer services for 2 or 3 more classes? Of course, that's all based on funding, and when we have the funds to have the specialist for each of those requests, then we meet it.
We've got about a minute left. If you would, help us understand how, if there is a teacher, and God love them, they don't get enough credit, but let's say that there's a teacher watching right now who's not familiar with your organization. How does one go about getting in touch? How does one bring you in? What are the restrictions?
So the best way to start that conversation is you can go to our website, rcys.org. There's some contact information there. That's the quick and easy way to get in touch with us. If there's a teacher or a counselor or a parent who says their child needs services, there's a referral, a really simple referral form on there that that parent can or teacher can go receive services.
And you guys do more than just pay lip service. I mean, you're hands-on involved.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been really an education for me to hear all that you offer. If there's any more we can do down the road, don't hesitate.
Okay. Thank you.
Pick up the phone and call, and we'll jump through the hoop for you. And do a good job of it.
Oh, you guys are great. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming in. We'll have you back down the road. Short break, we'll be back with more.